So this is Who's That Character. We are on volume 7. Last time I stumped you guys. Today we got a very special treat because after our last Who's That Character where everyone failed, I had chat give me 6 numbers. And then we rolled a die to figure out which one of those numbers would be today's featured character. And surprise, surprise, number 69 won. So today's character is ranked number 69 in efficiency. So if chat can't get it today, they have no one to blame but themselves. With that said, let's jump into the rules for Who's That Character. Who's That Character rules. You have 8 rounds to name the character and you have 3 guesses and then you're out. So I will give you 8 different clues. Within those 8 clues, you have 3 guesses total. I will reveal the winner once all 8 clues are given. So as you guess, I will not tell you if you're right or wrong. You will find out at the very end if you were right or wrong. Clues will be based on resource management series, in-game data, and comics. Continuation of the rules. The featured character is never in the silhouettes. This is the biggest one that people just keep getting tripped up on, and I don't know why. But the featured character is never in the silhouettes. However, the silhouettes could be clues. Clues can be recapped, but I will not go back through the slides. The featured character will always be a character in Marvel Strike Force. And as always, rules are subject to change, but don't worry, rules won't only subject to change if it benefits the experience of the game. Who's That Character scoring? If you guess correctly on the first clue, that is worth 8 points. If you guess correctly on the second clue, that you score 7 points. Scoring keeps going like this until the last clue, which is only worth 1 point. If you are the first to name the featured character, it is worth an additional point on the leaderboard. And then my main rule, my big rule, my one pet peeve is please, absolutely no cheating, no Googling, no nothing like that. I want you to be able to get this based on your own knowledge or your own curiosity, not anything else. So one, I'm not Scopely. I will take action to protect the integrity of the game. If you're caught cheating, you will be banned from participating. Who's That Character? Myself or a mod will time you out from chat. It's a game. Have fun. Don't be shy. I love just seeing what you guys think as you guys come up with it. As I have a lot of fun putting it together, and what makes the experience fun for me is just seeing what you guys guess. And hopefully you guys have fun going through the clues and also learning more about a character you may not have thought you knew as well as you did. Anyways, with that said, let's jump into our very first clue today. Our very first clue today is, well, it's a repeat from the other day. Our featured character today can be used in 6 sections of campaigns, and their ranking, like I said in the intro, ranks 69 out of 198 characters. All right, I will give you guys 1 minute on the clock to get your guesses in. If you want to guess on the very first clue, remember, there's 8 clues total. You have 3 guesses in those 8 clues. What, you think that's a new character? No, the silhouettes are all characters already in Marvel Strike Force, and they're actual Marvel Strike Force. They're actually Marvel Strike Force character models. I just blacken them out and get to make the silhouette. All right, so Professor Grum says Invisible Woman. All right, so I got official guesses on the board. As soon as I'm done recording all official guesses, we're going to be moving on. All right, with that said, let's move on to clue number 2. That is, our featured character shared 16 titled comic books with a character featured in the silhouettes. I cut out some verbiage here to save some space, but our featured character today shared 16 titled comic books with a character featured in a silhouette. So for example, what's an example? Let's say Magneto and Omega Red shared was a title of the comic book. So the comic book would read Magneto and Omega Red. That would be the title of the comic book. So our featured character shares 16 our titled comic books with a character featured in a silhouette. All right, so we got Doctor Strange for duct tape. All right, we are moving on to clue number 5. Today's clue number 5 is, that's it. I'm not going to say anything. That's the clue. That is the entire clue right there. Not going to say anything else. And if this doesn't make sense to you, don't worry, it will by the end. Well, at least when I tell you what the clues are at the end. Oh wow, I'm getting all kinds of first-time guessers today. I'm actually almost getting down to number 69 of first-time guessers. Which would be oddly enough if I hit that number today. Well, for pros, it doesn't necessarily mean this clue could be anything. It's all how you interpret the clue. And I'm going to tell you how to interpret the clue at the end. So it doesn't mean just because someone wasn't in Spider-Man that doesn't pertain to the clue. Just, I'll throw that out there. Ooh, Aaron, man, you came with the second one. That is your second guess. You only have one left. All right, I've now recorded all the clues. We're going to move on to clue number 4. Clue number 4 today is 50% of the player base has our featured characters ISO as Striker, while 38% has them as Skirmisher. 50% of the player base has our featured characters ISO as Striker, while 38% has them as Skirmisher. This is directly off msf.gg, so please, for the integrity of the game, don't go there and try to cheat. Evan says, shocker, guys, we're going to be moving on as soon as I'm done recording this. Evans, that is your second guess. You are down to one left. All right, guys, we're moving on to clue number 5, which I don't even know where my tally is anymore. All right, moving on. Clue number 5. With the green silhouette. Yeah, I'm not sure who you're talking about. All right, clue number 5, guys, is on a different Earth, our featured character was once worthy to pick up Thor's hammer, which I'm going to butcher saying this because I have to hear someone else say it for me to pronounce it correctly. Mjolnir? Close. On a different Earth, our featured character was once worthy to pick up Thor's hammer, Mjolnir. Duct tape says Vision. You have one guess left. And the name that I try to avoid pronouncing because I will probably butcher it. So D-Man, you guessed Storm, and you are officially out. That is your third guess. All right, we're going to move on to clue number 6. Clue number 6, guys, is our featured character was born in the 1920s. Our featured character was born in the 1920s. All right, looks like we're going to be moving on. Yes, all right. Moving on to clue number 7. Clue number 7 is our featured character once tried to assassinate a character in our silhouettes. Our featured character once tried to assassinate a character in our silhouettes. You only have one clue remaining. One clue is remaining. At the end of this, guys, I'm going to ask you, those of you guys who are here on Monday, I'm going to ask you, were you happy with your pick of 69? All right, guys, we are down to only like 25 seconds left on the clock. All right. 1 minute has elapsed. We're going to move on to our 8th and final clue. The final clue of today is one of the following statements is true. Or I should say is true. One of the following statements is true. Our featured character can unlock a legendary, or they cannot be used in gamma raids. And since this is the final clue, I'm just going to tell you guys right now what this means. So either our featured character can both unlock a legendary and be used in gamma raids, or they cannot be used in gamma raids and they cannot unlock a legendary. It's pretty much how to read that, right? It's either one or the other. They can do both or they can't do either one. All right. So right now in the last guesses, we have, okay, no official guesses. You guys have 1 minute to get your last guesses in before we reveal today's character and if anyone got it right. You want Scopely to buff Bucky. All right, guys, that is officially over. No guesses are in, so that is the end. All right, guys, so today's Who's That Character, I can proudly say we do have more than one person who got it correct. Who out there, before I show you guys the character, who out there is very confident that they got it correct? Is there anyone very confident they got it correct? I said at least more than one person got it correct today. I'm going to show you the character in a second. I'm just waiting to see if anyone's very confident. Evan says he's very confident. Let me see what Evans guessed. Rolf Karen says he definitely got it wrong. Evans, very confident. And Evans, you should be confident because Evans, you are one of the people who got it right today. And actually, you were the first person to get it right today. The featured character of today is Black Widow. The featured character today is Black Widow. All right, let's go back to the clues. So you guys understand what exactly is and exactly the clues. So let's start here. First off, yes, Black Widow ranks 69 out of 198 characters in efficiency in the game. I bet you didn't know that, Roof Karen, when you wanted 69. That's where it's going to be. That's where it was going to be. This is Iron Man in the silhouettes. This is very important. Iron Man's going to be important later. Shared 16 title comic books with a character that's featured in a silhouette. You guys will see in a future silhouette. Well, you're gonna understand. So you're gonna understand the Spider-Man thing. You're gonna understand the Spider-Man thing a little bit later. All right. Shared 16 title comic books with the character featured in a silhouette. So for you guys who don't know, she shared a title comic book with Daredevil. You'll see Daredevil in a silhouette a little bit later. The title, it was 16 comic books titled Daredevil and the Black Widow. Daredevil and the Black Widow. Here's the clue that kind of mixed you up. So the Spider-Man Homecoming. So here's the clue. There is a comic book series called Black Widow Homecoming. There is a comic book. I think it's a series titled Black Widow Homecoming. So if you guys didn't know that, so that was the clue here, right? The Homecoming was a reference to an actual comic book title that was Black Widow's comic book title that was future used for Spider-Man in the MCU. And also Spider-Man's a clue because later on I give you guys a clue of like she tried to assassinate a character, which is Iron Man. But after Iron Man, you know, she tried to assassinate after Iron Man, Spider-Man. All right, so that's the clue there. This is directly off MSF.GG to try to help you guys eliminate down the character, so you know it was a character that was favored as a striker, but also favored as a skirmisher, also in the community. Next up, on a different Earth, our featured character was once worthy to pick up Thor's hammer. Evans, I think this is where you got it correct. Which number? Which I forgot to write down when you got it correct. So yeah, you guys don't know it. On one, actually, I have it written down on Earth, and I think this was part of a What If series. On Earth. 23223, she was once worthy enough to pick up Thor's hammer. Next up, our featured character was born in 1920s. That is true. She was born in 1928, and the reason why Black Widow is so young and remains so young is because she took a Russian serum that allows her to not age, basically. So yeah, true fact about Black Widow. All right, our featured character once tried to assassinate a character in a silhouette. You saw Iron Man earlier. This is also where the Daredevil silhouette comes into play. And one of the following statements is true. Our featured character can unlock a legendary, or they cannot be used in gamma raids. Well, she can be used in gamma raids, and she can unlock a legendary. So she covers both of them, and it's the main reason why I left this one to last, is to like help you eliminate down to even more characters. And that is Black Widow. Let's look at Black Widow's player card. Black Widow's player card looks like this. She can unlock Iron Man, used in a monthly event, can be used in 6 sections of campaigns, which includes the Heroes campaign, can be used in gamma raids. Efficiency rating is 69 out of 198 characters, and I've also now updated everything with power rankings, and Black Widow ranks 82 out of 198 characters in power. And that's Black Widow, guys.